Hi, I'm Hazel, and today we are taking a look through the Tauren customization options on the Shadowlands Alpha. There's a lot of new stuff to look through here, both with new options and new categories, and Tauren I feel like we're one of the races that really needed it the most, so I'm going to look through everything and just kind of chit-chat as we do so. So these are the 4 face options. Tauren, along with regular Draenei, I feel, are one of the races that got really kind of, sidelined the most by allied races, because Highmountain Tauren and then similarly Lightforged Draenei really don't seem that different from the base race. Like, they seem just kind of like an upgraded version of the original one. So this is kind of nice to see regular Tauren getting something to differentiate them and make them, feel worth playing aside from just the racials. Okay, and then for hair, female Tauren used to have like, what, 3? 4 hairstyles? So here we have the mane, the braids, the loops, and the tails, and those were classic. Tufts here. We have trailing along the side and the back. Free long hair. We've got an asymmetrical braid just on the left-hand side. You can have that braid with flowers as well, or you can have your braid on the right, and of course right with flowers. We have pendant, which is where if you wanted to, that's something that I feel like many of us did as children that we haven't thought of since, but hey, it's a look. You also have feathers, which does not, oh, there they are. They're actually, so the feathers come kind of behind the ear. It looks like they're not visible from the front yet. I'm assuming that's an alpha thing. I'm sure you'll be able to see them from more than just that back angle once they go in, but that's the feathers hair. And then we have flower braids on both sides. And then ornamental adds, instead of hair, you get these sort of earrings, but behind your ears in your hair with the feathers and the gems and everything. We also have separate options for bangs, so you can mix and match and pair any bangs option with any hair option. We can have flowers. We can have curtain, just in case you just didn't want to see, or of course you can have that with a flower. And then we have a parted look as well, an asymmetrical parted look, and then of course the parted look with the flower. Moving on to horn options, we have 20 different horn options for female Tauren. I'm going to give her the little stubby ones. And then you also have horn color options as well. So you've got the 1, the 2 for the lighter color, and then 3. I'm going to bring them back to 2. And then we can move into jewelry, above and beyond just tying your braids underneath your chin. So we have 2 headdress options here. There's none, of course. Or you can have feathers. Those are in front of your ears. Or tails. Keep in mind, you could have those in front and then separately select the other option back in the, where was it? The hair? To have the feathers behind as well. If you just really like feathers, you can go all in on those. And then tails looks like this, although I don't know how the Volpera would feel about that. I suppose they put tails on their things as well. Who knows where they get them from. For earrings, we've got 5 different options here. You've got hoops, double hoops, tusks, and additional feathers. There's nose piercing options for either the left or the right hand side. And then we have a couple necklace options as well, again, in addition to potentially tying your braids under your chin. So here's the gem necklace. I'm going to actually switch up her hair so we can see that a little better. So there's the gem necklace. Kind of a bone and gem thing going on there. And then we have the totem necklace, which feels like it connects awkwardly high over her head, but I suppose it should stay on. I don't see why not. And then the tusk necklace is also an option. And then we have a whole different category just for paint. So we have a face paint style option here. You've also got body paint options. And then you can also change the paint color here. So default is blue, but we also have red, teal, red and blue, blue and white, or an orange and white kind of tiger vibe. And that will change the color of both the face paint and the body paint. I wonder if this is going to meaningfully increase the playership of female Tauren, because these are some amazing options, and female Tauren historically have not been a very strongly represented race-gender combination in WoW. Let's take a look at the male options. So here he is. I imagine many of these options are going to kind of overlap with the female Tauren options. The hair should be pretty good though. We have, again, many skin colors. Looks like we have the same selection of eye colors. And let's take a look at this hair. So this is the default hair. These don't have names just yet on Alpha. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cute. Look at that. And then, of course, you have separate fringe options. It's called bangs for females, but fringe for males. And then facial hair options here. So let's zoom out so we can get the full effect. Some delightful Tauren beards there. We have a good selection of horn options here. Number 8 is called Gorefest. Oh, I see why. We gotta go with that. And then of course the same selection of horn colors. Over in jewelry, male Tauren also get access to some necklaces. Might need to turn his beard off. Alright, so there's the first necklace. It's a bit hard to see, he's got a bit of a tooth under his chin there. And then the third one gives him the totem necklace that we saw in the female. We've also got some headdress options. Here is the first one. And there's the second one. Just switches out the feathers for the tails, I believe. And then we have some piercing options as well. So he gets the full bullhorn right in the center. The female didn't have that. So he doesn't get to be asymmetrical, but he does have a couple different options for the bull ring. So let's take a look at the paint options. This seems to be about the same. Same patterns. Same deal with the face. You've got the different face paint options here. And then of course you can change the colors. Wow. The overall effect when you get to mixing and matching all of these things together, this is crazy. If they take this level of detail to all of the old races, oh man. Maybe Tauren are getting some extra love just because they really did need it. That's entirely possible, but I really hope that this like quantity and quality of options gets extended to other races, because like the adornments are so good. And that has been a look at the Tauren customization options on Alpha. Before anybody asks, it does not look as though these options are being extended to the Highmountain Tauren. With the exception of Void Elves because of the whole High Elf thing, it largely appears that allied races are not getting the customization options in Shadowlands that we're seeing with the base races. This is just kind of an upgrade for those older original races. Thank you so much for watching. Stop by a stream sometime to say hi if you like, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.